Hello and welcome to my knife channel. Well, what I have here is a hammer brand. I'm going to have to look at the description of the thing again, but it called it everything. A Whittler, a sunfish, elephant toe. I saw it up on eBay. I liked the looks of it. And then I looked in my knife book just to make sure, it was an American brand. And Hammer brand has been around for quite a while. It was originally the New York Knife Company, and it was 1880 to 1931. Sorry, I'm trying to read this over here. 1880 to 1931, and then it started back again in 1938 to the present. And at some time, Imperial and Imperial Charade took it over. So I was thinking, all right, this is probably possibly a U.S.-made knife, but as with many American brands, they sold their name, and now the knife is being made in China. It's still not a bad knife, but for the price you pay, you can do much better with a Rough Ryder. Unfortunately, Rough Ryder doesn't have a three-blade Whittler like that. I mean, this one's a three-blade Whittler. It's a split back design. I paid like $30 or $35 for this one. And I think I paid, it's a discontinued model. They're not available anymore, so really it's how much do you want to pay for a knife. But compared to Rough Ryders, this is not up to Rough Ryders' fit and finish quality. And Rough Ryders are a lot cheaper normally. Like I said, it's not bad, but if you look at the edge grind, they just gave up towards the tip here. They started sharpening and they said, we've got enough sharpening. There's a little nick in the blade, but it's not from hitting anything that I can tell. But it has that nice Hammer brand, which, like I said, used to be an American brand, and now they're being made in China. No half stops on this thing. It's called the HB10. It's a decent Whittler. It's got a little pin blade and a little spay blade with it. So it's not bad. I had to look it up to make sure, but you see, there's glue right here on this. There's some minor issues, basically, but for the price you pay, you would think that it would be a little bit better. I guess can't complain too much, but you can see here's big old gaps in the scales. There's one that's even worse up here. There's just chunks. They just threw filler material in on it. There's a big old scrape right here on the bone. When they were making it, they just decided, let's just leave that. The pins are flush. It's a nice feeling knife. It's not too badly done, but like I said, you just put gunk in there to fill that up. Look at a Rough Ryder, for example. These are black backspacers, but still. And then this is the marbles. Look at the marbles. Look how well those covers fit compared to this one. Yeah, that's why I was going to pay a little bit more, like $30-something for it, because I thought it was an American brand and you were just paying more because it was made in America, but it's actually a Chinese brand. And like I said, I don't mind Chinese brands, but the value, what is it worth? I think this one's okay for $30, $35, but you can get this guy for $20. Much better fit and finish. This is a little bit smaller, but I think this was only like $13 or $14. So, yeah, just buyer beware on buying knives. Like, if it says Hammer brand, make sure it says vintage Hammer brand. This has no China marking on it anywhere, but a lot of times on the Hammer brand, it would say over on the side here, USA on the blade. It would have that going down there. Like I said, they've been around for quite a while. It's not a bad knife. It's just that I was expecting it to be an American brand. So that's my only issue with it. And the fit and finish, you know, for what you're getting is... this knife probably should really only sell for about like $20, I would think, but maybe $25. But oh well. It weighs 170 grams, or 6.5, 6 ounces basically, 6.05. We have a main blade. Seven centimeters, or a little over 3 inches, or about 3 inches. The whole blade is coming up to like 8.5. It's nice and wide. You got like 2 centimeters, over an inch, about an inch wide belly there. So yeah, it's a nice blade. You don't necessarily have to have match strike nail nicks. Those you would have to have strike anywhere matches, and that's a short run for trying to do that. You want to strike anywhere matches, and they pretty much don't sell those much anymore. So yeah, it gives it that look to it. But yeah, not a bad knife overall. Just kind of like do your research, I guess. I thought I did my research, but I was misled because this book, well, is old. It's expanded 3rd edition, and 1938 to present was 1938 to present then. So, there you go. Another little, it's basically a Whittler, just like this. This is a 3-blade Whittler, except that they had a different way of running on 2 springs. They ran both of them like that. And this one they used the split method, you know, where they taper it down to where the main blade is running off the tube. And it's got a pretty good pull on it. It gets a little bit harder right there. I'd say about a 7 or an 8. But yeah, see, it's running off those 2 main blades down there. And then the secondary blades are running off the individual, how it splits out like that to serve each one of the individual blades. So not a bad knife. I'm going to take something and try to remove some of that glue without removing the entire shield, because you know it's glued in basically, and that glue might be helping hold it. It's kind of a worm groove type of feeling, but it's deep in there. They're pretty deep. It feels good. Yeah. I'm just going to have to reprofile that blade, like I said, because it just gave up on the tip. They just said, close enough. And for cutting, yeah, I don't know. Still, I like my blades to have sharpened all the way to the end. So, there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.